thing tonight, John. Let's take a look at some of our pro Pirates, or pretty much all of our pro Pirates. Do our best to include all the guys here and give Pirate Nation a rundown on what former ECU players are doing in the professional ranks. So let's start off with those in Major League Baseball. Alec Burleson and Burley's hitting 261, 12 out of 46, three doubles. I think out of 15 games, he started 11. They do typically sit him when they're facing a left-handed arm. You have Gavin Williams. Gavin won his last start. He is 1-0 with a 3.46 ERA. That win came against the Chicago White Sox in, I believe it was the Guardians home opener. Then you had Jeff Hoffman out of 16 games. He's appeared in half of them, which is not unusual. Over the last two seasons, he had appeared in something like 105 or 10 games for the Philadelphia Phillies, and that has continued in Toronto. Again, that's why you pay the man $33 million over 3 years, right?
And
so,
dominating when he pitches.
Yeah,
he's
dominating. 2-0, 3 saves, a .96 ERA in 9 1/3 innings. Has struck out 13 and allowed just 5 hits. And then Sean Armstrong, 6 appearances, 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA, 6 innings, 9 Ks, and 2 walks. So glad to see him doing well with the Texas Rangers. And then, of course, Connor Norby will be there very shortly. And he had a 3-hit game with a home run with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. So what are your thoughts on those 5?
Yeah, excellent ball players, obviously. Hopefully soon we'll get to see a couple more up there. But right now, you got Norby and Gavin, obviously ones we're familiar with and from the regional Vanderbilt. But Burleson staying up in the bigs, doing his thing. And then obviously the other two are a little bit on the elder side compared to those guys, but doing well pitching. I can't speak more volume for any of those guys. And I know Norby's been a little bit banged up, but he'll be back to the player he is, which is a hit machine. And Florida will see what or Miami will see what they got on that trade with Baltimore and how worth it is for them to have got him. He's such a hit machine. So it's good to see him starting to come back into play. I know he's been injured.
Also in AAA, you have Zach Agnos. Zach with Albuquerque has appeared in 5 games. No decision, but he has notched a save, a 1.42 ERA, 6 1/3 innings across those 5 appearances, surrendering just 1 run on 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Opponents hitting just 91 against the former Pirate shortstop and reliever. And then you have Carson Wisenhunt with Sacramento within that San Francisco Giants organization, 1-2 with a 3.86 ERA in his 3 starts. Carter Spivey had been in AAA with Columbus, the Clippers, but then he is now with the Akron Rubber Ducks, the AA affiliate of the Guardians. In AA, he has, I think, 2 appearances, 3 2/3, 3 runs on 4 hits. He, in his 1 appearance in AAA, worked a scoreless and hitless inning. You have Carter Cunningham. He's with the Vancouver Canadians. A bit of a rough start for Carter, but I know he'll get it going there in the high A affiliate, or with the high A affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. Jacob Jenkins Cowart, JC, is with the Jupiter Hammerheads, the A affiliate of the Marlins. He's off to an excellent start, 304, 7 out of 23 with 3 doubles, 8 runs batted in. He's swiped 3 bases. So great to see great things there from the former Pirate right fielder. You have, with the Hudson Valley Renegades, Josh Moreland. Josh is kind of like Carter Cunningham's, off to a bit of a rough start. 3 for his first 24, but had a very solid 2024. And hopefully Big Josh will get it going here in the coming days. Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman. Wyatt is on the 60-day injured list. There within the Mariners organization. That was as of April 2nd. I had not seen that until today. So about a little over a month and a half for Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman on that injured list. And you have Landon Ginn. He's pitching for the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, or at least that's the last I'd seen. I'm not sure exactly where he is now, but he is, still within that Chicago Cubs organization. We'll try to get you an update on Landon for next week. You have Tyler Brott with the Peoria Chiefs. Tyler in 3 1/3 has surrendered 5 runs on 9 hits. You have Trey Savage. He made his first start the other day, John, in Dunedin, and now across a couple of appearances has worked 7 2/3, 3 runs, only 1 earned on 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 6 walks. I think all the 6 of those walks though came in that one outing, and opponents are batting just 154 against Trey, and he has, I think it's something like a 1.37 or a 1.17 ERA.
Yeah, I've seen video on his couple outings, and his pitches are filthy still. I think in his last outing he had a nice strikeouts total. I think one of them was JJC. I think that was his last strikeout of the game before he's taken out. But yeah, it's good to see those two playing against each other. But Trey Savage is not long for the major leagues with the nasty stuff I'm seeing.
A couple more here. You got Eric Ritchie with the Clearwater Threshers, the Phillies, A-ball affiliate there. Obviously the ballpark where our conference tournaments played. Eric's appeared in a couple of games, and I worked 1 2/3 across those 2 appearances. And then last but not least, Ryan McChrystal with the Daytona Tortugas. He's off to an excellent start, like JC. Ryan batting .333, 7 for 21 with a bomb, a double, and 5 runs batted in. So there you have it, Pirate Nation. There's a look at how East Carolina players are doing in professional baseball.